Greetings and blessings, everyone. This is Celebrities Events host Empress Chaz Loyce. Excuse me, allergies are like really kicking my butt right now, and me very tired. Been gone and sick earlier than was gone since probably about 4:15 today. There, when they talk to, I just want to reach out to everyone who's been victimized or has been victimized, have loved one victimized with police brutality, with injustice. Period. I know that it's very hurting because me have been in a similar situation. Know people that I care for and love that has been in similar situations. However, you don't want to create another situation that's going to make it worse versus making it better. Rioting and tearing up property, damaging innocent people's property that gets damaged as well. Mostly innocent people suffers the most versus the ones that the rioters are actually angry at. So that's not going to help because what ends up happening is now you have created a reason for the police to actually arrest you, and they have to do their job. They're going to have to arrest you, and if you're resisting, if you're fighting them, then you're going to be handled very roughly because they don't know if you're trying to go after their gun, go after their baton, or if you're trying to go after a weapon that you might have on yourself. They don't know these things, so they cannot predict how you're going to respond to them. So they just have to just take you down by however means necessary, as long as they're not using unnecessarily aggressive force and just abusing their authority and misusing their guns and things like that. That's unacceptable. But rioting and tearing up property, businesses in the communities in the neighborhoods are not helping you because somebody's mother, father, brother, sister, someone's loved one works at that community in that store or that restaurant in that community that you have vandalized. Now, what are they going to do? How are they going to pay their bills? They can't go to work because you tore down and destroyed, or rather, should I say, destroyed and tore up and vandalized their workplace. That's hurting the community and that's taking money out of the community because what's going to ultimately happen if you're going to keep lashing out like that, companies are not going to want to put their businesses there. And then you think you have a problem now, you're going to have a very big problem, especially if you already live in a community that is below poverty level. If you live in a community that's already below poverty level, the last thing you need to do is be engaging in anything or contributing to anything that's going to actually add to that situation. If anything, you want to take away from that situation. You want to make it better. And the best thing to do is just elect someone in your community that you all know real well that meets the criteria to run for governor, run for these political office seats when it's time to vote. And vote for those people, have them to run, and you all vote for them. Rally up all that energy that you're using to tear up stuff. Use all that energy to rally up to help those who you would like to see in office and in these particular positions, in office and positions that will not allow these type of actions to be taken place by city officials, by police officers, or anyone in an authoritative power like that is abusing their authority. They're not going to tolerate or stand for it, then those are the ones that you want to recommend and nominate and also vote for. And then it will eliminate and cut out a lot of that because you have students that have to go to school. They can't go to school if the school tore up. They can't get school supplies if the stores that sell the school supplies in their communities and neighborhood are tore up. If someone do not have their own car that's working and is a decent car and they can get around really good in it, then they're not going to be able to go to these stores, afford to catch the bus or go to stores that may not be convenient for them to get to. and get school supplies for their children, get clothes if they need, get personal hygiene items. There's some, it's so much bigger. The picture is so much bigger. And I know that you guys are angry, and it's very hurting and it's disheartening when, you're seeing a lot of it happening to people of my skin complexion. But it also happens to a lot of Hispanics. It also happens to Caucasians. I know it doesn't happen to them in the massive number that it does in brown people, but one thing that me have noticed and that me seen is that sometimes some people of this complexion are provoking or intentionally provoking the police because they feel, well, if I get it on camera and the police is hitting me or be aggressive to me, then I'm gonna be able to sue them and I'm gonna be able to get some money, or I'm gonna be able to sue them. No, you cannot provoke a situation like that. You cannot provoke police to become very aggressive towards you, because if you provoke them and that's what they do, then that's on you. If you're on private property, you don't need to be on private property. You're not supposed to be on there, and they're asking you to leave and you're refusing to leave, then they have the right to remove you off that property. And if you're resisting them, and if they're trying to arrest you and then you're resisting them arresting you because you refuse to leave off the property and they refuse to let them take you off the property, you're fighting them, they have the right to arrest you. So now you have gotten a criminal, you got a criminal record. And if you already have a criminal record, now you're adding more, points on your criminal record. That's not helping the community. It's not helping you in any capacity. So as frustrating as it is, because maybe watching it and I see it, and again, me have experienced it. Me have actually experienced racism to a really harsh level in the workplace and in education. So me definitely understand the feeling that you get, but tearing up stuff is not the answer. You have to use your brain, not your fist. Okay? Not bats, not rocks, not fire. Use your brain, use your intellect, learn the law. Yes, it's not going to take a short time for you to learn it all, but guess what? You can learn one part. You guys can create a group, and like a community help group or something, and each person is responsible for learning certain things, and you guys do it that way, collab like that, come together like that, and then you bring your knowledge, what you've learned, to the table, and everybody bring what they learned to the table, as in with your laws and your rights, and how you can go about constructively eliminating these kind of issues that's going on, or at least reducing it a great deal. And you come to the tables and the minds meet together, and you do it that way, because the way that you're going about doing it is only hurting you, it's hurting the community, it's hurting everybody in whole, and people who have nothing to do with it, that have not wronged you, are suffering the most, not the ones who have wronged you. So please think about that before you decide that you want to go and riot again and destroy stuff and do vandalism and all of that. Because believe me, the law, if you know it, you can use it to work for your good and for your benefit. If you don't know it, then you're just going to act out in rage and frustration and anger. And, that's when the violence and the vandalism and the rage come out. But again, for those who are provoking altercations with police officers, you're doing stuff you shouldn't be doing, and you're provoking these altercations, you need to stop doing it, because they do have the right to stop you if you are breaking the law, okay? And I don't want to see anyone in jail. I mean, I don't want to see anyone getting hurt, knowing definitely no fatalities. I'm sick and tired of seeing people getting killed over this. It's not foolishness to stand up for your rights, but the way a lot of people are going about it is foolish, okay? So that's all I want to say, and hopefully, you guys can form community groups and stuff in your community, in your neighborhoods, and you guys come to the table. Everybody can, votes for a leader, put everybody's name on the ballot, and let the community select who they would like to see run and oversee the group and the operations of the group. You have your different positions. You got your secretary, you got your director, you got your director assistant. Formulate, okay? Formulate, plan, and execute it, okay? All right. God bless, one love. And you guys gonna be all right. You're gonna make it, okay? No worries.